Hello, everyone. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Real Talk with me, Bryant Reil, and you guys can introduce yourselves.
Amber.
Dave.
Yeah. Okay. So today we're going to be continuing the adventure in season 2 of the Infinity War. No, so hold on, not the Infinity War.
Spoiler alert.
Infinity Train. Do you guys remember what happened last time? It's been a while now.
No.
Okay.
Oh, like in the show.
Yeah.
I thought you meant
In life in general.
You know what happened last time?
I thought you were referring to a joke or something. Okay, so no. In the show, there was they were on a car with. No, I don't. The cat? The cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, they went to like a carnival in the last one we saw, and the cat was running a booth there, and every month that you could win a ticket to get out of the car. Once a month they'll open the door if you have enough tickets. But somebody else won.
Right.
Some other girl won, but then she let them come out with her because they were stealing all the candy.
Isn't it beautiful? It's okay. Admire me.
How long have you been on here?
What did you do?
A while. And what it took to be the best. You got a name?
Nope.
You can call her MT. I'm Jesse, and this is Alan Dracula.
Want some? Yeah, we took over this car. Now it belongs to the Apex. Cool name, huh?
Yeah.
Kinda.
I got it from a book.
Brace! Did you find some more strays?
My second in command, Simon. I trust him with my life. I'm sure you had the best of intentions, but I'm afraid you've been leading Jesse in the wrong direction. This is what you want. This is strength.
But when I was in that pod, the conductor told me to get my number down. He was funny and gloomy.
The little white thing?
It's fake. It took over the train from the real conductor.
We've been on this train longer than you. Neither of us got intro videos from that liar. He took over and started brainwashing people.
And now, for some reason, this fake little robot wants to get rid of all of us. It wants to kick us humans off our rightful train. This was the conductor. This is Reil. I'm Reil. And because I have the highest number, it's my responsibility to correct that robot's lies. Because I care about people. I care about you, Jesse.
Alan Dracula! Alan Dracula! Do malls have crane games?
Check it out! I'm a wobbly!
I'm not your prop, kid.
Yeah, you are, no. Grace and Simon say you're not even real.
Well, Grace and Simon are about to lose the shortest member of their little club.
Psh, ha 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 ha.
Huh?
You good? Something I should know?
It's fine. Probably. I just, I don't know all the rules.
I get it. The train can be confusing and lonely. That Chrome girl, she's quite the character. She seems nice, but she's a little bit different from us, huh? I mean, she doesn't even have a number.
Yeah, well, she wouldn't. She's not a passenger.
Exactly. She's a null.
A what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that you don't know. Null, it means nothing. Not even a zero. I read it in a book.
Alan Dracula! Where are you? Alan Dracula! Huh?
Hold him still!
What? Hey! Knock it off! What is wrong with you?
Huh? Yes! Nice.
Is it dangerous?
Doesn't seem like he can touch us.
Does he have anything besides these cubes?
Not that I can find. It's all junk.
Let's see.
Simon, do you have any idea what is going on in your car?
Huh? You're still here?
Your little toadies were trying to saddle Alan Dracula. He's shaking.
The deer? What?
Hey, look at me when I'm talking to you. Who do you...
I'm talking now. I've got a number, and you don't. You two are only as good as you are useful. I thought we could at least get something from the deer, but now it's more hassle than it's worth. We're done with you. Empty-handed but high-spirited?
Could have been worse. Jesse was a natural.
Hey, where's MT?
Hey!
Hey, let me go! Jesse, don't listen to them!
MT?
I'm so sorry you two had to see this. I tried to take care of it before you came back. She broke Todd's foot.
What are you doing to her?
You don't need to worry about it. When you're part of the Apex takes care of you.
Stop it! Tell me exactly what you're doing to my friend, now!
She was trying to trick you, so we're gonna wheel her. If you let the Nulls take advantage of you, they will. You'll thank me for this later.
How nice to see you again, Sliver.
I don't know where we can hide!
I got you. We're getting out of here.
Huh? Jesse, your number!
We're going home. We're free!
We're with him. It won't let her.
What? Jesse! No, 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 no! Oh.
End of the line.
Was that really? That was really the end?
Yeah.
Kind of an abrupt.
The end
Yeah,
of the
that's
whole
abrupt,
season.
too.
That's it.
Wow.
And to the
Yeah. All right, Amber, quiz time. Why did Jesse's number go down to 0?
For helping MK.
No, for sticking up to the bullies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, I'll never be anything.
Yeah.
I'll never have anything to do with you or
anyone
anybody
like
off
you.
the train.
Yeah. He was 100% resolved to no longer listen to those sorts of people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why MT's a good foil. For all her flaws, she would never, ever do that. So she was kind of a good guide for him in that sense.
Hang on, what?
I mean, I know you've complained about her throwing people under the bus, which she still does, but everybody's got strengths and weaknesses.
Hang on. She would never ever do what?
Succumb to peer pressure to become a bully.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
She'd
Peer
just be a
pressure
bully.
doesn't seem like she could be a bully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would
But
be pressured to be one.
peer pressure doesn't seem to affect her in any way.
True. True, but she's just would be the bully.
Well, yeah. But she wouldn't be a bully to be a bully, like not for her
Yeah.
amusement.
Or she would bully the bullies.
Or yeah. The thing I do like she does, you don't see too many shows where somebody beats up a bunch of children. I just thought it was kind of funny. She punches out those kids at the end. And you hear the clank of her metal fist on the one guy. You know that guy's head's cracked open on the floor.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
He's now a murderer, Amber. But luckily, that's not against mirror law, probably.
To murder?
Murder people. It's probably not mirror law.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Reflections
Anyhow,
later.
sorry. There are some other things I thought were interesting. Oh, yeah. I have more quiz questions for you. Gigs, you notice all the apex of like that gang of kids that lives in that train car, and they all have a wiggly line over their face. And when they greet each other, they do this.
Oh.
Do you guess
I
what
didn't
that's
know.
about?
I'm brainwashed. Are you?
No, there is precedent in the show that you could piece this together.
Right, the
If
squiggly
you
line.
think about what they were saying
That
about the conductor.
That the
Yeah,
conductor
like
is.
so the original conductor, like the one from the first season.
Mhm. They believe.
They
They
she
follow
was
her
the,
still.
Yeah. And if you remember, Amelia in her robot had that red line that wiggled when she talked.
Oh.
They're kind of like a cult of Amelia, but they think Amelia is the legitimate conductor.
Leader. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I did not make that connection.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Amber, that's why I'm here. Guide you through the difficult paths.
Yes.
Figuring
Thank
out the
goodness.
show.
I was so lost.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're definitely brainwashed. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they are brainwashed.
I think they are.
Well, I mean, Amelia didn't Amelia didn't brainwash.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's true.
Amelia wasn't going around tricking kids into.
I think that
right,
she
right.
is brainwashing people, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. I would say Grace and Simon
She's a
certainly are
brainwasher.
brainwashing people. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think Amelia brainwashed them.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
It's not her MO. She didn't care. Probably didn't care a lick about them, or she knew about them.
yeah,
Right.
she probably didn't even know they were on the train until
Yeah.
Yeah. But how long does that mean? They've probably been on the train though.
quite a while.
To
For a while.
start a whole cult
Yeah,
and to get your number that high.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now you got to kill some people.
Like, like I mean, to I don't know. I just feel like if you ran a cult, I think you probably wouldn't take that long to get your number pretty high.
Maybe.
But-
What if it's a
Yeah.
friendly cult? What's if it's a cult of hugs?
You don't hear much about those, you know?
Yeah. There was a guy near my work, like during COVID, there was a guy outside that would just give out, he had a sign and he'd hug everyone that would hug him. But I think they might have made him stop.
That can definitely land different ways for people.
Did
Probably-
people hug him?
I did once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just feel like
You see what's going on, Steve. Then I got COVID, so maybe it wasn't the best idea. So-
For real?
Well, I don't remember the time between that and me getting COVID, but it was the same part of the
It was
year.
about 5 days.
I don't think it was a
Yeah.
tremendous time lapse between that and me getting COVID.
he's giving out free hugs in a pandemic. That's just
Yeah.
evil at its finest, Brian.
But I had to participate in the hilarity.
Yeah, okay.
All right. I mean, at least I'm not like a child who could get like, I'm large enough to defend myself if it got weird,
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
yeah. So hopefully he wasn't hugging like people smaller than me or smaller than himself.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm not here to judge. He seemed genuinely like a nice person. I think he was
I'm
just
not
like
trying to judge him either. I just do feel that it lands not well for some people, and he either didn't know or didn't care.
Yeah. I got the sense he never said outright. I got the sense he was protesting the social distancing and all that sort of thing.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. Well, there's definitely opinionated people on that. Yeah.
Yeah. We got cursed. Our building got cursed by a lady because we told her she had to put a mask on to come in.
And she told you she was cursing you?
I think she went
I'm gonna
outside.
go
Oh, I didn't
with-
see it. The commissionaires told me about it. So apparently they wouldn't let her in because she wouldn't put on a mask. So she went outside and like did something,
Did
cursed
some
the building.
black magic.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what it entailed. But we thought it was funny. We're like, doesn't she know all government buildings are cursed?
Already?
Actually, uncursed us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double curse is a cancel curse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was good times.
That's funny. I mean, yeah. Sometimes it sounds like a lot more people are into that cursing stuff than I realized. If you ever look into it, I think there's actually a lot more people that go around cursing people.
Well, we did
than-
have two
than I
witches stay at
did.
our house once, Amber. I don't know if you remember that.
Me personally?
Yeah, you were there.
Was
There were
this
these-
growing up?
Yeah, when we were in Strathmore, These two
I do
girls who
remember
were, like,
them. I don't know. I don't remember them being witches though.
they were witches. They carried like, well, I mean, I guess it depends how you define a witch. But they carried like protective rune stones around and all stuff like that.
Was this like through Denise? How did we come
I think
across
they
these
met
people? Was it through
Crystal
Denise?
first, maybe. No, it was before
Huh?
Denise. It was after Denise, I mean.
Oh,
Denise was
after
in
Denise.
Carsland. This was in Strathmore.
Oh, right. Strathmore.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like a
They
crystal.
were nice. Yeah, but
Yeah.
they had protective spells and stuff they used as they were hitchhiking across the country or whatever they were doing.
Yes. Now that you mention it, I do vaguely remember this. Now, I
Okay.
block most things out, but I do remember it now you say that.
Yeah, you were definitely there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty sure most witches are pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they mean to do nice things. But there are a bunch of people like that who do the whole black magic curse
I also
stuff.
worked with a guy that was a wizard. It was like his religion.
Right. Well, it's like, because
Like
like witches, they're Wiccan.
Yeah.
That's a religion.
Yeah.
And
Anyway,
it's supposed to be pretty peaceful. Am I correct? For some reason, I think that even Satanists are supposed to be pretty peaceful.
well, it depends. There's different. So a lot of Satanists, it's actually more of an most Satanists don't believe it. Like even the guy I worked with technically was a Satanist, but he didn't believe in Satan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he was technically an atheist.
It's more just anti-Christian.
Well, he believed in mystical powers and things, but a lot of Satanists don't believe in Christianity. They just are kind of anti-Christian. So it's more of a statement than a belief system.
Right.
So
it's like when you vote for the person, not the one you want, but the one that you hate the least.
Well, and what it is too, they're not even, a lot of them too, like in modern Christianity, there is a lot of bad things that happen. So a lot of the stances they take are against those bad things, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
like Satanists are supposed to have, like, a lot of them have good values, Yeah,
well, it's I think it's unconnected, right? It's like somebody who's who professes to be Satanist isn't necessarily a worshiper of Satan, right? A lot of times it's just they see corruption in Christianity and it's a way for them to
oppose
against it. Yeah. I think it's immature a little bit, but yeah, like the guy I worked with was a pretty nice guy. So
well, I mean, I'm okay with like the whole, I wouldn't call them mystical powers, but I could believe in like intuition and stuff, which can come across quite mystical.
Okay.
So, so like I don't think that makes someone crazy or bad.
No, it's I wouldn't say crazy or bad. I don't believe in a lot of it, but I also.
But don't you think that there's like heightened intuitions as far as like I really do.
Oh, might be, but I don't think that's the same thing as like making a magical rune to protect you from danger.
Right. Here's where I believe about this stuff. Because like, do I personally care? No. However, I do believe that if someone gives that rune meaning, there's something to be said about that.
I think there could be something said about that if that's where they're taking. I think that's, to be honest, I think that's true of any religion, right?
Exactly.
So a lot of things that happen in religious ceremonies, it only has value because of the value you gave it. That's what's all symbols. That's what all symbols are, right?
Right.
So
and that's how I feel about the runes and all the things.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's powerful because you allowed it.
Well, it depends what you expect it to do. So like if I make a rune and think, okay, this is going to make me more attentive of my surroundings. Right. Well, okay, that's a focus. It's a reminder to be attentive of your surroundings, right? But if it's like, this is going to give me a magical shield that anybody that tries to hurt me will be destroyed. That's not going to happen as much.
Fair enough. And I do think, but at the same time, it could reduce the chances. Cause like, I do believe that there's like something to be said about mindset and beliefs in general.
Yeah.
And so if someone has a certain mindset and belief, like if someone says, hey, this magical rune is I can jump out of this airplane and live, without a parachute. Like, that's line crossing.
This comes up. I've heard of this conversation happening kind of like this in universities. Where like science students were very critical of people from countries where they still practice magical arts. But the people who practice the magical arts wanted to be respected in the same way as science. But it's like, okay, but if your magical art can make something fly, okay, you know, if you can show us the results of your magical arts, that's cool.
Yeah.
But until we do,
Right.
it's not as good as science. Science can make airplanes, magical arts can't.
But here's the thing. Because magic is just science that people don't understand yet. You know, it's kind of like.
Well, that's an argument you can make, yeah.
Right, because it's like magic. Like, there's a lot of things that are scientifically explainable that back in the day, if they were to happen, no one would know how to explain it, and so it looks like magic.
Even a lot of the scientific principles we have now that we can observe to be true, we still actually don't know how they work. So they might as well be magic.
Exactly, like even electricity.
Well, even gravity. But they don't really know what causes gravity, right?
Right.
So
Yes.
Might as well be magic, I guess.
So to me, magic is just science we don't understand yet.
Yeah.
And like, and they do talk about like whole like Western medicine. Like, oh, okay. I remember Dr. Oz was talking about it, but he was saying there's like for years in like the Western medicine, no, not Western medicine, sorry, the Eastern medicine. They've been doing something, I think it was the pinky toe and it was connected to something else and I can't remember
like
what it was.
Acupuncture sort of thing or the foot massage thing?
One of the two.
Because I know that foot massage, there's like, each part of the foot's supposed to be connected to a part of your body.
Right. But this one he was talking about, he was saying it was something that had to do with your pinky toe. And I can't remember if it was digestion or something like that. And he says that like, there really is no scientific link between these two things. But he does say there was a correlation. Anyway, after learning more, they did find that there is a correlation that has to do with energy. But that was been practiced for years and years and years. It's just they didn't understand it, but they knew it worked, you know?
But has it been scientifically shown to work though? Because correlation and causation aren't the same thing.
True, but like, yeah, okay. So like, I don't anyway.
Yeah,
so I definitely don't know my details well enough to say, but I do know that like, even like Dr. Oz was saying that there is a lot of practices that we like, so like Western medicine requires so much proof to accept something as a fact.
Yeah.
Whereas like, some of these practices, there really is something to be said about energy and about mindset and about all those things that aren't easily explained.
But on counterpoint though, like Western medicine has eliminated many diseases, right? Has Eastern medicine eliminated any diseases?
I don't know.
Not that I'm aware of.
And sorry, there's only one disease that's been cured, and which is smallpox. So which?
Oh no, smallpox, polio, leprosy is easily treated now.
Okay, those are okay. Okay, they're treatable.
Yeah, the cures for many diseases. Well, smallpox has been eliminated. Polio almost eliminated. Whooping cough was almost eliminated till the anti-vaxxers raised it again.
Right.
Okay. All right. Then we're ready, Steve.
Okay, I'm ready.
You missed out on our discussion there a little bit.
It's okay. I'm struggling.
Okay, that's okay.
I had to finish some of my memoirs.
Yeah, no, I understand. Those memoirs pop up at the most inconvenient.
It was just, it happened. And I just had to get some creative brainstorming out.
Okay, hold on. I gotta fix something real quick.
Is it the sound thing?
No, it's my favorite mechanical pen.
Oh.
I think I ruined it. Yeah, I think I broke it somehow.
That's okay.
You ruined it while doing this?
Amber, it's a long story.
Over there, Brian?
Sorry?
Are you really just doodling over there?
No, I was playing with my mechanical pencil while I was talking. And now it's ruined. Okay, well, that's okay. All right, are you ready for the next one?
Ready.
Hopefully.
Okay. All right, so
still more memoirs coming out.
More memoirs.
Jesse.
Oh. Oh my.
Nice!
No!
I didn't see myself going out this way. How about you, little Sliver? Was this the way you saw your glorious escape going? No matter. My job is done. You're as good as sanded out here.
I'll see about that.
This was never gonna end well for you. You should have followed mirror law and been recycled. Slipper Girl, Human Boy, and Super Deer. Going from car to car, learning lessons. What an adventure. You really fancied yourself a regular passenger out there, didn't you?
I've been exploring the train. Same as Tulip or Jessie.
Oh, sure. I mean, that must be why the train is so keen on getting you back. So it can help you get your shiny green number down. Or, oh, so sorry, forgot. You don't have one.
You don't know anything.
What did you think would happen if you were allowed through the exit? You just go out into the world with your metal skin and your magic deer and what? High school? Prom? College? Job? You and your prime with parallel lives?
We are friends.
But they all make friends, though, don't they? Companions.
Stop it! Stop laughing!
You might even say you became his counterpart. Might say you became kind of a reflection.
Ugh! I hate you!
I don't care. What, you think you're free? That you escaped? You're stuck on the train now. You're just in another mirror.
No, it's not like that.
Face it, being a reflection is all there is for you.
I don't care what the train's been doing or why. I know who I am, and Jessie didn't want to leave me. We're friends, and that's real. And I'll get off the train and find him. What are you doing?
I'm as good as dead. And if my last act is to bring you with me, Sliver, I can't imagine a better way to go.
Well, I can.
I find that one interesting for a lot of reasons.
The fact that she just ground some guy.
Yeah, she just
into
murdered, out straight up killed a guy. To be fair, he was trying to kill her.
Yeah, and they've been trying to grind her the same way the whole time. So
I feel like Amber fell asleep.
I may have.
Yeah.
Ask her all the questions.
Steve, this is between you and I this time. Oh, between you and me. My apologies. People overcorrect that grammar principle. Sometimes it's supposed to be between you and me.
Right.
Yeah. So Amber, how much did you see there?
I saw up till she was taking. They were running from. Yeah, they're running from the cop, and yeah, the deer was stupid and not helping her. And then after that, it's all a little blurry.
It's funny because that's probably the meatiest discussion in the entire series you missed.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, Amber. We're gonna recap it for you.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So essentially, the guy Mace, I always get them mixed up.
The police officer?
Yeah, that was a
Police
guy.
the Fleck or
I think it's
whatever?
I think his name was Mace.
Mace.
The other
Yeah.
one's like
Okay.
Skeeve or something.
What
But
a
anyway,
great police name. Okay.
yeah. So anyway, so he was kind of like, so she's stuck to him with handcuffs. She can't get away from him. She was trying to wander off into the wasteland. But you can't get too far away from the train. There's like a reverse gravity pull that pulls you back in towards the train. And he was just telling her, like, basically just that she's not a person. He's like, he's like, that car was built by the train. You were only able to switch out because of the train. Like, it's like the train basically made it so you could help Tulip. You're really just a tool. Essentially, I feel like he was calling her a tool of the train, right? Like, you're not a person. And then what did you become? So then Jesse comes along. You become his counterpart, or essentially you became his reflection. This is, essentially all your life is, sort of thing. He said it was a much more interesting way that he said it, though. I thought I enjoyed very much that discussion. I don't know. What do you think? You were paying attention.
Yeah, no, it was interesting to think, but I mean, like, was he just saying that just to get under her skin?
Well, that's a good question. Maybe he was.
That's a strategy.
That's
That police
that's
do.
a cop strategy.
You
Yeah.
would think that cops would know those strategies.
Yeah, but did
he was a
definitely
cop.
seem to get to her.
Well, I know, because I mean, he's not wrong in a way.
Yeah.
Because like he said, he was like, the only way Tulip got through her mirror car or the chrome car or whatever you want to call it. That's what he said. He was like, was because you swapped places with her.
Yeah.
So you are literally like a product of the train.
Yeah.
To help people get off the train.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's not wrong, but at the same time, to say that she's not alive and she hasn't made her own decisions and I don't know, and in her own way has grown.
Yeah.
Like, because she is like, she obviously cares for Jesse now, because she's like, I'll get off this train and find him. Right? She cares for Alan Dracula, apparently, because she's always trying to save him or whenever he's doing something weird.
Which is always.
Which is always. So, I mean, yeah, so I think she is growing. So to say that she's just like a box or a tree, in of the car of the train, it's I don't think that's fair to say, but I mean, it's a good way to get to her. It was a good psychological play on his part.
Well, I think especially
because,
following up on the previous episode where they were all telling her she's a null, like she's a non-existent entity created by the train, sort of a thing.
Yeah, and then not only that, but like, I mean, it was his last ditch effort. Because I mean, really, if she was just like, "You're right, I'm nothing," and you'd be like, "All right, well then let's go die together," and then that could have worked.
Yeah.
So, and then he even said, like, as they were swinging, he was like, "Oh, I'm taking you with me as my last hurrah," kind of deal.
I thought they went a little. It's kind of interesting how it's not only that she ground him against the wheel of the train, but I feel like they made it as graphic as they could.
Yeah, like his mirror blood
like
coming out of his eyes, spraying on her face and stuff. I was like, wow. I know. Even I was like, that was graphic.
Yeah.
So this. I'm sorry. I am listening.
You're not a sleeper.
Sleepy McGee.
Sorry.
That's what your nickname is now.
Yeah.
McGee.
McGee.
You can't keep up with my nicknames.
Sleeps McGee's.
I have a dictionary of nicknames.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Sleepy McGee's one of them now.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, that's all I had. But I actually do like this episode. I think it's less action and more dialogue heavy.
I don't know. It felt pretty actiony though.
There was pretty actiony in parts for sure. The beginning and the end. The beginning and the end are very actiony.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, and then you had like the deer clearly cares about her enough to pull the old "I am Groot" there, and we are Groot, and cover them up with.
Well, yeah, he does care. I think if Perry the Parasite proved one thing, He wasn't a liar. 100%.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a liar now that I think about it. But he wasn't wrong. I think that the deer does care about her and Alan, or not Alan, Jesse.
Jesse, yeah.
But he just mostly thinks about grass. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Which makes sense because he is a deer.
he cares as much about a person as a deer can.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's just a deer. And actually, I think that character device is actually really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They give him a limit
The
there.
deer?
Yeah, they give him a relatable limit. Like, you like to think how much your dog loves you, for example, and your dog does love you, but if you die, he's still just going to eat you. You know, like, oh, you're food now. You know, like, although some dogs do, that's not true of all
Actually,
dogs.
yeah, I feel like
Some
that.
dogs do like mourn
yeah.
at their owners' graves and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely also heard of people's pets eating them when they die.
Oh yeah. I guess it all depends on how well you treated them.
I
Yeah,
have
that's
not
true.
heard
That could
of
be
that.
part of it too.
'Cause,
Or
like,
how hungry
like-
they are.
I don't think wolves eat members of the pack when they die. You know what I mean?
Right, if I was hungry enough, I'd eat you if you did.
Oh yeah, I think in Steve, our family has been very clear. Well, you just
If
find out-
Bryant dies, we all eat him.
we all eat him.
But only Bryant.
We draw numbers on who goes first.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying if I was if it was
Hold
okay,
on, what? I want to
sure.
hear what your family was very clear on. I rudely interrupted.
Yeah.
It's okay to eat the bodies of dead family members.
If starving and will die if you don't.
Yeah, you can't kill them, Steve. Stop even thinking
Oh.
about that.
It looks delicious.
He's always making me eat, Brian.
Yeah, eat more. Lump up.
Learn with my diet.
You look like a turkey.
Yeah. Does he make you special sun lotions out of butter and oregano?
And bacon grease.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never use this. It's way healthier for your skin than
Yeah.
sun lotion.
Smells delicious.
And he makes me a butter smoothie every day.
Yeah. Salt and butter smoothie. Just the way she likes
And I
it.
eat a lot of
Yeah.
sauce.
And Amber was complaining how hot the house was earlier.
Yeah.
All part of the plan.
Slowly cooking.
Slow roasted.
Yeah. Where do you?
Yeah. Just stay right there.
For 60 hours.
I'm like forced to suntan for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
They're on to my plan.
Yeah. There's a lot of oregano in my butter smoothie.
Yeah. Ah. All right. Anyways, predictions for next time, Amber.
Right. What happened in the end of this one? With them
She killed
playing?
the guy.
Yeah, literally.
Oh,
Did
The
you see
mirror
that
guy?
part? Did you see that part, or were you sleeping?
I was sleeping. So
Like,
like,
she graphically ground that guy against the train track wheels.
oh, the police guy.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like in a horrifying manner.
Got
like-
it.
It was, yeah.
Got it.
And she had all about half a second of remorse.
Yeah,
Oh.
She went, oh, this guy.
But-
Where's
but
Alan
Amber-
Dragon?
he was trying to kill her at the time.
That is fair.
That's
That's
true.
fair.
Yeah, because he knew he was going to die, so he's like, well, the best thing I can think of is to take you with me.
To be honest, I'm wondering where his motive is coming from.
It's his job, Amber.
I guess.
He's like Javert. He's basically Javert.
Just doing his job.
Well, Javert saw the principle of law and the
Mhm.
enforcement of law is more important than people themselves. And I think that's
Right.
kind of his thing. I think he's kind of a Javert.
Okay.
Well, and even
I have a hard
he even
time.
said in this one, it's like it is their thing to be either become the cop, the Fleck, or to be recycled.
Well, and that's something else Amber missed in the discussion, because like she
No,
asked,
because
she called him a
that-
coward for choosing to be a Fleck, right? She said,
Mm.
you're a coward for choosing to hang on to your memories and becoming a Fleck. But he's like, I don't care at all about my memories. I care about the enforcement of the barrier.
Yeah.
He cares about the law a lot.
Got it. which is it's a hard concept to care. Like characters like that, it's hard to care about characters like that.
Well, I don't think you're supposed to care about him.
Fair enough.
It wasn't the gist I was getting, because he was really mean the whole episode.
Right. Well, like it just feels like your motive is this strong.
Yeah, but his buddy seems to really like him though.
Well, that's the thing. His buddy's seems like a much nicer guy and really cares about him, like genuinely. But I don't think Mace cares back that much.
Like, they almost felt like
Darcy and Hutch.
I think Steve wants to say a gay couple.
Like a couple.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think that's it might be a one-way relationship there.
Maybe.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so predictions. MK is going to be really wanted.
MT.
Yeah, MT is going to be really wanted by the Flex.
If you saw the end of the episode, that's a hint of a prediction. She literally said what she's going to do.
Oh, she did what?
Yeah, she was gonna wait to find another, like a pod that drops off a human, and then get on it and get off the train.
Yeah. So there's pods that bring the humans up to the engine or somewhere. I think you don't know where they go. So there's these pods that bring the humans along the train while they're still asleep. And then she saw one and she's like, oh, I can get into one of those pods. I just need to wait for a pod to go by. And I'll take that to wherever the humans are going to get their number.
Go through that door and she couldn't.
Well, I think
no, but she's trying to get a number. She knows that the humans get taken somewhere to get a number. Right?
I do think it probably sounds like her best bet. I mean, she's got to be pretty desperate now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well,
So
I
really
mean,
you just got to do what your best bet is.
and you kill a cop, think how many are coming after you after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much left for you but to run.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this pod thing, if she can even get on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she gets ground. I think she gets recycled.
That would see, like, I would kind of say in real life, yeah. In this show, I'm not sure how this show is.
Well, it doesn't seem
in
like
real life she'd be recycled.
Because she can't get too far from the train. She couldn't get through the door. I mean, technically speaking, maybe could she maybe re-enter the mirror dimension?
Yeah, but then the Flex will still be there.
No, it's true, but and then maybe use the mirror dimension to get off the train, maybe somehow.
Something just occurred to me that somebody said earlier I thought was really interesting. I wanted to talk about. And as I was saying that sentence, I forgot what it was. I should have just blurted it out of nowhere.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, it's something. This is one of the things Mace was talking about that I thought was really interesting because he knew she wanted to get off the train, but he was like, "Well, what do you expect is going to happen when you get out into the real world? Do you think do you think a metal person's just going to go to prom, get a job, go to college, right?" He brought up some valid points, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are things to think about, but yes and no. You know, it's like you think of people who, and I definitely don't know what actually happens, but I often wonder, what about these people who escape North Korea and stuff, like there has to be some things in place that do protect people in those kind of situations.
Well, if they get to a safe, but they're not made of metal. I think
they're not. She's not even a human being, really.
Okay, so she'll be studied by science.
Yeah, probably.
Sucks. That's like the worst thing that
it's true. You know what? Just poor MK.
But you know what though? She would be an instant celebrity. So depending what country she ends up in, she might be protected.
She could join a circus, if
she could probably just be.
If the right people find her, she's a real asset.
She could just paint herself regular colored.
Well, she could just hire herself out. She'll be like, "I'll let you study me for 2 hours a day for $100,000 an hour," and people would do it.
But then she is at the mercy of like, what are they like? Are they going to want to dissect her? What are they like?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Scientists aren't necessarily like good-hearted people. They just want the knowledge. They don't really care.
But
what
that's why you
happens
need to be as public about it as possible. Like you need to come out there, and become famous.
Right. And
So
but like she's not going to have the know-how to necessarily understand that.
So hopefully Jesse does.
Yeah, that's true. Jesse, there she goes.
She does have a contact.
She has a contact.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to say.
I hope it works out for her because she's been dealt a hard hand. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's rough. But I wonder if she'd have to team up with Tulip again. Because they could both be studied at the same time. A girl whose reflection she'd be like the best like talk show guests ever.
That's what I'm saying. Like she would be insta famous.
The thing I
really.
don't get is like there's been a ton of people that have gone through this train.
Yeah.
Why does nobody know about this train? On the outside?
I think anybody who's been on the train knows about it.
Yeah, but like what but nobody talks about the train.
Yeah, but would you believe them?
Yeah, but still, there's a lot of people. Suppose someone had a podcast. One of them has a podcast. And then all of a sudden the conversation gets going, and then people who have been on the train will be like, "Oh, she's brave enough to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it."
Yeah, but is it like think about flat Earth? We were just talking about flat earthers a little while ago.
Right.
You don't believe any of them.
Right.
They believe each other, but there's still a small number compared to everyone else.
Yeah, but if there's like a ton of people,
if you get an uncorrelated group of people popping up all over the place talking about this train,
potentially all
which
over the
would definitely be studied, and then they would, and they would find that there's this strange
I still think people would just tend to write it off as nonsense and not even look into it. Like honestly, if you found a thread where people were talking about a magical train they'd all been on together, you'd probably just think it was nonsense.
It was a drug trip.
Yeah, but if you had like 100,000 people that were unrelated to
I don't think there's 100,000 people that have been on the train.
You sure? I don't. Why? I mean, like, look how many kids that were in that little alpha group or apex
accumulated over a large period of time, though.
Well, it can't be that large a period of time because a lot of those kids were still quite young.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like even a couple of years, though.
Don't know how.
Well, yeah. So yeah, but even then, no, the time seems to be linear. It's the same thing. Like you spend a year on the train, you come off a year old, right? So, but I mean, like. But like, who knows how? Like, did you see how long that train is?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, they could have had. It could have been going on for hundreds of years. We have no idea. Really,
but I don't know if it came out. I don't know if it came out before trains were invented. Or what?
Why?
Maybe
that was the reason we have trains.
Because somebody was on it. They're like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough, Steve. Fair enough. I still think it would take an awful lot of people. I think most people wouldn't even talk about it because they just know they'd sound crazy.
Yeah, but if you heard somebody else talking, it's like if you were abducted by aliens.
Yeah, there are a lot of people.
You heard
good parallel.
Because I mean, I was just watching this thing where there's these guys, this guy and his sister, like this brother and sister, were being abducted by aliens, and the parents kind of knew, but they thought it was kind of crazy, but they also kind of believed it. And then they were talking about it. And then all of a sudden, all these people came out and they have the exact same event happen to them.
Yeah. But would you say the bulk of people in the world believe them?
I would say there's a decent chunk.
Wow.
I would still say the majority of people don't believe in alien abduction.
Yeah, I would say
it's majority.
I would say like the vast majority even. Yeah.
Yeah, really? I would say people don't believe them, but I mean, like, wouldn't that spark you to want to say if you had also been?
Yeah. If it had happened to me and I found that group, I felt like they were legit, then I would be in that group.
Right.
Exactly.
But if it's never happened to me, I wouldn't necessarily be inclined to believe all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
But even with aliens, my guess is that it's 50-50. I think that some people would say, come on, it makes no sense that we're the only life in the universe. Like doesn't make sense.
Well, that's unrelated though. I think
not completely.
Yeah, I think there's a big difference between believing aliens have come to Earth and abducted random people than there are no aliens, right?
Yeah. the existence of aliens anywhere in any of the outside universe.
I don't know. I think that anyone who can accept that there are aliens that exist are open to the possibility that it is possible that they can space travel and come to Earth.
Yeah, but then you also have to wonder, what would the motivation be to come to a planet, pluck people up, do weird like rectal thermometer checks on them, and send them back, and then only people that have been like out in the woods by themselves, you know,
Right.
not erased their memories or anything, but still not made yourself public. It's just kind of weird motives.
What happens?
Like, what
happens if they don't have bums, Bryant?
Maybe
So
that's
it's like,
what
what is this thing? What do you guys do with this? You know what I mean?
You know what, Steve? That is a movie. Aliens that cannot figure out why we have these holes.
Yeah, like what is going on?
They don't know what
down
those
here?
are for. So they have to
they're
stick things in there to measure, test it.
Yeah, they're like,
there.
like, look how far it goes. I've been at this for a long time.
It's a very common thing to study when you want to learn more about a species.
Yeah.
Like,
So
and they're probably like, oh, the animals are pretty normal. Like,
no,
they
animals
eat
have
grass
bums too, though.
Yeah, no, but that's why it's like they're probably like sick of studying animals, because it's like, yeah, these ones eat grass, these ones eat berries, these ones eat other animals, but it's like these humans, they're putting all sorts of things in there. You know what I mean? Like, they're eating weird stuff. They're, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
I'm just saying, I could see how they would just be studying humans. It's like us, like how do
Yeah,
you
but
think...
wouldn't the best way to study humans would be to make yourself known to them and then actually get into society and see how it works?
Yeah, but maybe they've seen how we are. Maybe they know we'll attack first and ask questions later.
The only thing they don't know is our internal body temperatures.
Right.
Or the distance of our internal organs.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, like, it goes from a large to a small intestine.
Maybe they study our behavior before being abducted and after being abducted.
Yeah, they're like,
be like, you do all this crazy.
watch this.
And
I'm
then
gonna put this thing up there.
But
and then let's see what he does.
Tying it back a little. My point is, though, before we get too far into that, is that I can see people talking about this in forming groups and discussing it, and the bulk of people still not believing them, or just seeing it as.
But that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like it's comparable to aliens, because absolutely, if someone was abducted by aliens, they'd probably feel shy about telling just anybody.
Yeah, they'd probably seek people that have had a similar experience.
Yeah, but then they would definitely want to talk to people who had similar experiences, and I think that you will find a lot of people who will be very skeptical. You'll find some people who will say, well, maybe.
But I'm also willing to bet, Amber, I could almost guarantee you can find sites online where people are just doing it to find a group. So they'll lie and make up a story, you know.
Sure.
So,
sure.
Anyways.
So even me, I'd be a little skeptical if someone came up to me and told me they were abducted by aliens, but that doesn't mean that I don't think aliens exist.
No, well, and I agree. I'm skeptical of most stories of alien abductions. I still believe there's probably aliens. It's a mathematic. In fact, I was watching it even with mathematics. It's almost. I remember watching someone. They were saying, like, if you took the way that the matter's organized in your body, if there's an infinite universe, you have to exist somewhere else, like, or somebody that looks just like you, because of the mathematical probability of how the atoms are organized, or the particles are organized. Yeah. Did you know, Amber, that it is mathematically improbable that any two fully shuffled decks of cards on Earth have ever matched?
Oh, I did not know
in the
that.
order of cards.
Right. I did not know that.
They're all the same when they're first made. Like, their cards are made in the same deck order. Yeah. But so if you're assuming once the decks are fully shuffled, it's improbable that they've ever been any of them the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah. That's how many variations or combinations there are in a deck of cards.
Permutations. Yeah.
Permutations, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's 52 factorial, which is a very, very, very large number.
I suppose, yeah. Well, when you slice it like that, but the point is, anyway.
Anyways, okay, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying it's good to be skeptical. I'm just saying I think most people just think these people are loonies.
Absolutely, I agree.
But until
But at
Tulip
the
comes
same time,
along.
at the same time, her best bet's her best bet. So
No, you're right though, Amber. Now that Tulip's out and she doesn't have a reflection,
yeah,
that should be
a
huge
decent
evidence.
amount of
Like,
evidence.
that's a big
Yeah.
one.
There you
Yeah,
go.
and then once MT shows up,
Yeah.
you know what? They should make another season on this and just like the
Right.
aftermath of Tulip and MT getting off the train. It would blow the world's mind.
Absolutely.
Really.
Don't spoiler alert.
And that's an interesting storyline because I definitely am curious about these poor people trapped in weird corners like MT and how do they survive when they,
Well,
if they
yeah.
try and leave and do the right thing. How
Yeah, are
do
there
they
other people
get-
on
what?
the train like MT that want to get off? That's a good question.
Wow. And then you
Do
think, of
they
that,
though?
you think of that in the real world, like real people, the best thing to do is to escape this country, you know, like if they're refugees.
Yeah.
You're like, how do they find their legs?
Well, that's
Like,
the
they
weird
just
thing because they are
jump up
created
on
by
it.
the train, right? So
Right.
they're created by the train.
Right.
That's the weird thing about it.
But like, do they want? Because we've yet to have met another null that wants to leave the train.
There's none that we've seen that wanted to leave the train.
Like,
We found a lot of
all
humans
the-
that don't want to leave the train, actually.
yeah, but that's just human nature. That makes sense,
Yeah.
right? Because they're just like, oh, look how crazy I am. But like to have like, it's like the dog was very happy in his dog kingdom, and all the dog siblings or citizens that live there were all very
well, and
happy.
they probably have no concept of the real world mostly, but the mirror people do because they see
Mirror
the real
people.
world all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, maybe it's happened through the mirror people, because that's why you would have to have law enforcement. But really, that's it. You know what I really hope happens, Brian? I hope the guy in the new car with the floating face and the goo with the boxes.
Yeah.
I hope he loses it. I hope he becomes something terrifying.
Villain. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
Steve. That'd be
You know what I
brilliant.
mean? Like he's like,
Yeah.
you want to wreck my boxes? I'll wreck your face. You know,
he
and
goes
just,
around,
like,
he becomes a
starts-
villain, just murdering all the human travelers on the train.
And then he has like this necklace of hands with numbers on it.
Yeah.
Oh
brilliant.
yeah.
Oh, Steve, it's so brilliant. You got to write in. You got to write into them.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
they're like, "What's happening?" You know what I mean? And then, and it's like, "You got to be careful. There's this entity on them."
Steve, he doesn't even kill him. He just cuts off that hand. They can never get off.
Yeah.
He traps them on the train by stealing their hands.
Steals their hands, and then breaks their box or something. Breaks something of theirs, like their, like their glasses or something. That'll teach you. So he's not like evil, but evil enough that it's
If you cut somebody's hands off, that's a little bit evil.
Pretty close to evil.
Yeah, but I like it.
Now
I mean,
they cut
it's
their hand
fair
off and
evil.
condemn
He'll
them.
be lovingly evil.
Yeah. He's
He'll be like,
now you're trapped all the no, and then he has to,
Lovingly
and then he
or
like,
love-
and then he like enslaves them to like rebuild his boxes.
yeah.
You know,
More
like, put them
boxes!
back together. Yeah,
I love it.
this is
It's
so
a
many
script that writes
spin-offs.
itself.
yeah, man. And because he's new, right? So he has no concept of what actually.
Yeah.
going on.
You're right. He was a brand new car, so
Brand new.
this was his first exposure to intelligent life, probably.
Yeah,
And that's
to
what his
the
experience.
numbers.
He was
as
naive
well.
and friendly at first, and he's like, "Is this how we get treated out here?" He's gonna
Yeah.
turn psycho. Yeah, it only makes sense.
It'd be cool, if, like his green body goes black.
Yeah,
And he has like red eyes with like a skull floating in the middle. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Then now we're talking.
yeah.
And they just all they know him as the hand hunter.
Yeah, hand
They're
hunter.
like, what? The hand hunter? Who is this? And they're like, he comes in the night, takes your hand. You can never get off the train. There's like all these old guys there. They're like, I've been here for 30 years. because of the hand hunter, you know. Nobody's ever found him. Just shows up in the night, takes your hand, breaks your glasses or whatever thing you don't care about. And then just
Oh, I want this to be a show so bad now, Steve.
he's like now my favorite character.
Yeah.
Just ruthlessly taking hands. That's what he puts in his boxes.
But his endearing quality is he just loves boxes so much.
Yeah. And he sees a person like wrecking a box and he just loses it.
But if you gift him with the box, he might let you go.
Maybe because you've appeased his gentler, softer side.
Yeah, because he's got to have a little bit of that likability factor too, right?
Yeah.
He'll be
He's
very.
gotta have a reason.
Yeah,
a reason to not.
Yeah, you got to give him a reason to not want to kill you, and you do that by showing respect for boxes, gifting him not just any box, like you put thought into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like risking yourself to save the box.
Save a box. Yeah.
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 You have to like set up a scenario.
Yeah, like you run into a building, burning building to get the boxes out.
Yeah. Or you
He's
put your
like-
life savings into a box factory.
Yeah, or something. And he just deems you worthy.
Yeah.
He just shows up, stands over your bed. You're like, no, this is it. He's like, worthy. And he just leaves into the shadows. You're like, wow. You have no idea what's going on. Like, I just saved that one box. Worthy. That's all he says. Just goes.
Yeah. So he would love Santa because he brings boxes to everybody. He'd hate the children for ripping them open.
Or Amazon.
Or Amazon.
It's like anybody that works for Amazon's just like solid in his book.
Yeah, but anybody who receives a package and tears it open, ooh.
Hand hunted.
Yeah.
He gets off the train and everybody's just missing a hand after a while. Become a civilization of one-handers. Children are only born with one hand.
Yeah, after millions of years of evolution on the train.
Yes. Oh no. It's like your left hand.
Oh my goodness.
Smaller and smaller.
Steve, you just brought something interesting up. What if two people on the train had a baby on the train? Would that baby have a number?
It might be already at 0. That's the problem.
So that would just get its own door immediately.
Yeah, like my baby. And then their number goes to 0 because they care more about the baby than staying on the train.
Yeah.
That's one way to get people off the train. Yeah. Have a baby. And just be like, squirrel.
Huh.
That'd be pretty funny. It's like as soon as it's born, it's just like this magic door just opens up, sucks this newborn baby off the train.
But that for reasons I can't get into because you'll learn in the next couple episodes that won't work.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find out soon, and we'll carry on this discussion later.
What? That
See,
you can't have baby.
You need more information before we continue this discussion.
You can't have babies on the train?
No, it has to do with how the numbers are issued. You wouldn't be born with one.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense because I mean,
trauma, though.
No, but your family
trauma.
No, your family trauma can't count because if you're not traumatized, but your family is.
No. They talk about generational trauma, like you pass on your trauma.
No, okay, but you still can't be born with the number for reasons you will see soon.
There you go.
But that also means that if you don't have the number, you can't get off the train. So if you're born on the train, you're stuck there forever.
So are you a null?
No.
Oh.
No, because you're a human still.
Are you though?
You weren't created by the train. You were created by two humans.
On the train.
On the train.
Which is a mythical place.
Right.
So
we have to carry this on after you've seen the last 2 episodes of this season.
Okay.
There's some elements of this that you need to know before we can carry this on.
MT has Jesse's baby.
Yes. They didn't get into it yet. She's going to have a baby, half metal, half human.
Cyborg.
Yeah.
And the hand
A
hunter
lot of
comes first.
mercury in the blood.
The hand hunter takes the
hand
baby
hunter-
hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he can't cut it off because it's made
It's
out of metal.
Yeah.
Clink! And he's like, "What the?
Yeah.
How is this possible?"
It's a huge finale. It was really, really well done.
Yeah, it was impressively done. I can't even begin to tell
yeah.
you. It was like all the Star Wars rolled into one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny you say that
Yes.
because Darth Vader was in it for some reason.
Infinity Train.
Yeah.
Nice.
In the finale here that we're going to see next time.
The hand hunter takes
The
hand
hand hunter cuts his hand off. Yeah.
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 And he was like, "Fool, that was already a fake hand."
Yeah.
Sucker.
Big scene, beautifully written.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It just ends with a fin.
But anyways, I'm going to end it here.
Yes.
But
This
next
was some-
time.
This
we'll
was some
carry this-
solid work.
Okay.
I hope
All
they're
right.
listening and they hope they make the hand hunter.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna email them. I'll find out who's in charge of the show.
Be like, hey,
wanna make
just
sure
watch
that-
my last episode. There's some solid material in there.
Yeah.
If you guys need
If you
some-
want to be billionaires, you need to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
this.
if you this is like t-shirt worthy characters. And, oh
Yeah.
man, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Merchandising out the wazoo. The hand hunter.
Yeah. The hand hunter.
This necklace of hands. Has all these stinky, rotting hands. With
He
his
must have a way to
glowing face.
preserve them. He might be able to preserve them. I don't know.
He dips them in like metal or something like that.
Yeah.
Formaldehyde.
Plasticizes them somehow.
He dips them in the blood of the Flecks.
Oh, yes.
Here we go. So he has to murder a Fleck, and then
Yeah. He takes
Yeah.
control of the chrome car.
oh,
Every
this
time.
guy is getting awesomer and awesomer. Like he who is like new guy just stands there and cries, and then becomes the most awesome character in the whole series.
How great
murdering
characters are
everybody.
born. A good
Taking
brainstorming
care- yeah. How legends are born. Correct.
session.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop recording now.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.